and welcome to game one of Team Secret versus Gaimin Gladiators. And T, we have got some, I think, some fantastic stuff today in this first game from the looks of it. We're getting a Meepo, we're getting to see some male anti-mage and stuff going on. I mean, T, what do you make of this? I mean, Meepo making an appearance here. How good of a Meepo game do you think this is on paper?
Well, it's nice to finally see Meepo return. We're going to say that one time it's going to win this game and ruin pubs, and then we're all going to be, you know, super sad that it's now in every single game. But no, I think honestly it's better than people have been giving it shtick for, just because, like the panel mentioned, when picked in the position where you see, you know, weak AoE damage or, you know, these mobile heroes that can get punished from the early Earthbind, like it works quite wonders. And of course, you know, just to update people, yeah, it has been picked. Yeah, true. It has been, and Arkosh has beaten it. So this is now going to be the true test. All right, this is the true test for Meepo on the hands of Ace. But no, you know, build-wise, it's, I think nowadays you're buying, you know, Dragonlance for the stats of the, you know, the Agi, the strength for the clones. You then buy a second one into then it's like obviously Blink, Hex, Scardy, that style of build. You're still playing the assassins, roaming the map, farming up the map, going for the pickoffs. And it's still old school Meepo, so nothing too crazy has changed in regards to what the hero does.
Yes. I guess one of the differences that we are going to see straight up in how it starts the game is it's going to be laned in the safe lane, right? You know, you're not seeing this Meepo taking a lane on their own in the mid. They are going to be supported down bottom.
Yeah, and this is a big change up for just Gaimin Gladiators and how they approach, because normally they do put Ace in the solo safe lane. Think about his Tidehunters, his Legions, Timber Swords, right? They're often tri-lane to enable a Meepo. So Ace isn't unfamiliar to playing this area of the map as the offlane player. It is just going to be a difference in, you know, farm disparity. You know, Dracho, he's now playing a more utility style offlane on the Mars. So a big shift in the farming style of Gaimin Gladiators. They were probably one of the most consistent teams for following a script within draft and play, but performing it to a super high level. So this type of left field change up in strategy, I don't think anyone would have expected it. And I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, because
when you see a team do this, you know, from Gaimin Gladiators, do you think this was something that, you know, they've had in store, that practice, or could this have been Ace sort of making the call, hey, let me play the Meepo. Meepo's going to be unstoppable against these heroes?
Ooh, you know, this is a type of scenario where they've probably done it like once in a scrim against a semi-decent team. They won super convincingly, and now it's been in the back of their minds the entire time, you know? I don't think it's something they've practiced crazy amounts, but it's probably, you know, at least one scrim, one practice match, and now it's like, yeah, boys, let's bring it to an official.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, it's a best of three. You know, it's game one. Might as well give it a shot. And if it does work out here, it's definitely going to add something else to the list of things that you've got to be scared of Gaimin Gladiators pulling out against you in the draft.
Yeah, and I think in regards to a bit of history of Meepo, I feel like it did kind of fall in popularity just because, you know, the Divided We Stand was like a higher level to obtain it, and then also the poof damage was slowly getting nerfed patch by patch.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And now I think it sits at max level. It's 90 damage, but it is pure, not magical like it used to be. So there are, you know, swings and roundabouts, but overall I think the hero is in a very average place where if you have a specialist, I'm sure you can get a lot from the hero and really, you know, dominate the games. But it isn't like the super OP, get to, you know, level, you know, 11, 12, kill everyone on the map, win the game type of hero.
Oh, well, we'll see how it goes on this game. And on the other side of things, you know, for Secret, Smail's going to have a bit of a slowdown there. Did try and get that Ring of Health as early as possible, but the Courier's going to get taken out. So they'll have to wait a little time before he's able to pick that one up. Tips getting thrown out across the map already. How we seeing on the lanes? Anything getting out of hand? We've got mid lane, Boom, getting a bit of a lead against Nisha. 22 for 0 against the 15 for 3. On the side lanes, I mean, Ace is definitely having a slow start. He's not having an easy time hitting the creeps down here. He's got the lowest CS right now.
It's been a pretty a difficult start just because Yapsor's been non-stop pulling the creep wave, so Ace has kind of been, you know, chasing them, following them as well. You know, Meepo, he does kind of want a more static lane to farm up, and again, you see the I's positioning. He naturally doesn't want to steal that early XP, because like we mentioned before, Meepo, he needs to get the levels early to get the Divided We Stand, to then be able to start being a bit more of a presence in both lane and jungle. Nice little click down here, actually.
Yeah, and giving Ice a proper right click down it. But Ice, yeah, he's prepared for a bit of a smashing down. He's got the stats to withstand it. The double braces are done. 2 points of the Dragon's Blood. He'll be fine. Very unlikely they'll ever be able to kill him down here. At the least, they can try and bully him back. Free up a bit of space for Ace to start getting the opportunity to farm. Oh, mid lane. Boom. He immediately has to go for the TP. Is Yapso able to get the reach in with the stun? Oh, he is. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That was big time there. Nisha getting the first blood, and boom, not having a TP to return to lane.
I think everyone wants to see that one in slow motion. That was it a 0.1?
I think it was close to, wasn't it, on the TP? It was very close, but Yapso were able to reach in as he did. That hurts the mid lane big time. Nisha is going to be over the moon with that one.
Yeah, I guess the at least one positive from that is Ace did hit level 4, getting the second Meepo. He is somewhat independent now bot lane, so at least Io can TP mid without the fear of, oh no, my Meepo is going to get run at as well. So yeah, sure, Storm dies, but they're able to recover from the situation quite nicely.
Yeah, we'll see it again here.
Oh, yes.
It was close. Here we go. What did it get down to? Oh, it really did. It really did. It was so close to getting out. Boom.
That was like sub 0.1. That was a good one.
That is one of those moments that, if it was a pub game, something would probably be being said in the chat. Some
keyboard slammed or something. Yeah.
Definitely a frustrating bit of Dota 2 there for Boom. But he's back in the lane. And his farm's still good. But Nisha, who was a little bit behind, is now taken over, of course, with that series of events. Smith.
And, this is a, what was it, Team Spirit tweeted earlier today? Toronto Tokyo's tier list for mid heroes. I think he put Quap in D tier, in the bottom tier.
Okay. All right.
I
feel like we've been seeing less Quap, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have. It's nothing because of the hero and major patch changes. Fundamentally, the hero's still the same. Sanj, Kaya, Shard, but Noel's not doing the spell amp. The Death Prophet and all these other heroes in mid lane going up in popularity. It's one of those just natural meta shifts rather than it being Quap is bad. It's just more Quap's still good, but not needed to be first picked in the draft. It's now just there in the toolkit.
Must have been fortified.
Yeah, this Quap's going to need a good game to be able to kind of help bridge the kind of mid-game pressure that Meepo brings. So, for example, having Shiva's BKB.
See mid, trying to make a bit of a move for Nisha. Yapso and Puppey will be around to help out. Boom, waiting out the spike carapace. We'll be able to finish off Yapso as it comes to an end.
For so long, Meepo.
Nice. They needed that return kill for sure. They needed to, if they got away and Yapso lived, bring both supports from Gaimin Gladiators. That was an important trade back. But like I was saying, against Meepo, as long as you can survive that map pressure of the mid game, and then you have the items to survive the jump. You have Shivas for the the less HP regeneration, or you have the attack slows and BKBs and stuff. You're able to comfortably, I say comfortably very loosely, survive going into the late game. But it's about going even or winning the early game to be able to make Meepo feel uncomfortable looking for the fights, because he knows he's jumping into a one item advantage. It's very difficult when it's an anti-mage as a carry. If it was any other semi-active style carry, Secret could look to group quite early to take that fight, but they're always going to be kind of looking to retreat and to skip the map and farm until they have a 3-4 item anti-mage. It is a difficult entry to the game for sure.
Mid. That's another bit of a poke between Boom and Nisha. Yeah, talking about the anti-mage for Samel, we're seeing, again, with the item build, something that... is this just becoming the norm now? We saw it the other day from Nico Baby on his anti-mage, I believe. You always want to be getting this Vanguard early, rather than just going for the Treads Battle Fury Rush. It slows down your timing a bit, but makes you just that little bit more unkillable in the early stages.
Yeah, exactly that. And, we just mentioned the fact that it's a difficult game for anti-mage to want to join fights in that Vanguard. It gives him that opportunity to, if he is jumped, the extra, you know, damage block against the Meepos might give him that sustainability to survive.
That's
and
sure.
Suddenly, out of position, you get that turnaround from maybe like a DK stun with a shard or the Quap ult. Like, there are ways for them to make plays, and it just gives Anti-Mage an insurance policy for farm. And again, like you said, you disassemble it, use that ring, create the Battle Fury. You can either remake Vanguard for Abyssal or just keep it casual and then go for, you know, the Manta or something quicker. And it's just a very nice way to use disassembling in Dota.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Really limits that sort of vulnerability that an anti-mage can have early on. Without that sort of extra bit of buff to his HP and protection, the damage block. I guess this is working out quite nicely for Gaimin Gladiators with the setup, because they have Tofu on a hero like the Keeper of the Light. Ace can take the jungle, and Tofu can, yeah, pretty single-handedly just keep this wave shoved out and make it very hard for ISO to actually get the chance to hit the tower too much.
Yeah, we're not going to be seeing this DK ever hit this tier 1 tower unless it's a Nyx plus Ench all coming bottom to then try and out the Keeper of Light and then hit the tower. So yeah, very much farming kind of the macro play right now. Ace should be uncontested in the jungle. Tofu should be, you know, farming up a Storm bot lane. And yeah, you see, yeah, they're just being very efficient on their side of the map, and they're not rushing anything because they understand it's when Meepo is ready to fight, you need to have your entire, you know, cast ready to join. Like, Mars needs a Blink, Storm needs either an Orchid or a Sanj Kaya, or like a York, just any of the cheap items, and then you look to non-stop fight around every time Meepo is happy to engage. But the first Dragon Lance complete right now. Again, in the pubs, we haven't seen Meepo in pubs recently in regards to Pro Tracker, but there's been, you know, a couple hundred games, if that. It is very much treads, double Dragon Lance, a Wraith Band, Blink Dagger, into then either like a Hex, Skadi. Ace actually opting just to go for the one Lance into Blink Dagger, trying to accelerate the pace of the game a little bit more. Of course, you know, in a pub, you probably have more breathing room to farm up a bit more, be greedier, but here he knows that he needs to hit that, you know, 13, 14-minute timing.
Oh, we're gonna get the move now from Nisha and Yapson. This is the move that you would expect turn into a tower if they can kill Tofu. Is stepping up a little bit, but still has a Keeper of the Light. It's very speedy, so can just zip up and down the lane. Question if they want to commit for the kill behind the tower, and if they do, if Gaimin Gladiators will actually respond here, maybe. See what the plan is, or if they'll just let Tofu try and hold his own.
In fact, it's a catapult wave. Keeper like can't really deal with that. Of course, he can kill the normal creeps, but catapult he can't, so it just passively goes down.
Top lane. Gaimin Gladiators also getting the job done on the other side of the map, as Secret on the verge of losing their tier 1 top. So keeping things close. I mean, a very, very passive start here from both teams. We're already 11 minutes in. It's only 1-1. Same amount of towers taken down as the kills that we've had from either side.
It's the calm before the storm, Owen.
Oh, it is. I mean, this game's going to pop off. I mean, you can feel it. Ace is quietly farming away Sumail. He's doing what he can on the other side of the map. Sumail's farm is a little bit behind all the other cores, though, right? He's actually having a bit of a slower start than... I don't know. Something slowed down on his farm, right? He's 1k behind any of the other cores at this stage.
Well, the key thing here is he hasn't been able to make that natural transition from the top lane where you TP into a mid engagement, you either go bottom to take the tower. Like, he's been locked into being the static farmer of top lane, farming whatever he's been given. Yeah. So he is naturally going to be lower net worth than most.
Top lane, Dracho off the mark with the spear, and it's going to have a lot of backup though. As they're moving on to Puppy, jump from Nishi, he's ready to turn, comes in with the Sonic Wave. They're bringing Dracho down low. Sumail trying to finish up the kill, but he's going to get speared back. Dracho keeps his distance. Celery, he'll be able to take Boom back out of there. Dracho will get left behind, ends up dying to damage of Nisha. With a 1-for-1 there, despite the fact that we had numerous heroes from both teams turn up for that fight.
Yeah, if you're Gaimin Gladiators, you should be very careful with these type of engagements, because your damage is in the fact that if you hit the arena, it's the storm on top, the blast on top. There isn't this like continuous damage source in other drafts. So if they miss, like, let's say the initial spear setup, or if they don't go on the correct hero, they might struggle. You compare that to Secret, it's a quap. Anti-Mage slowly clicking around in these earlier fights. Like, there's so many cheap spells. And you kind of saw it there. Secret happily brought everyone. And these are the small fights that they need to suddenly get a blink shard on the DK, you suddenly have one more item towards Battle Fury. And if you're Gaimin Gladiators, look towards your Meepo. He just completed the blink dagger. They're probably going to group up again. Arena's back up in like 15 seconds. This is where the pace of the game might, you know, just speed up so much that Secret struggles to take every single fight. But, you know, it's still pretty close.
As close as it gets on the numbers. It really is. On top lane, Tofu should get picked off here. Samel will be happy. A little bit of gold and XP for him as he's able to get the finishing blow there onto Tofu.
Trouble brewing.
That was a rather aggressive position from Tofu. He's quite a cheeky player. He likes to try and get a bit more from the map, but him going down top.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here's the blink.
And he's going to get the jump onto Puppey. Well, get the chain locked down, take out the Enchantress, and the space is there for them to remove another tower from the map.
The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
Now, I'm looking towards...
So it begins.
They're going to go for it. They're going to start on the Roshan here with the three of them. See if Secret's able to do anything about this. Secret at the moment playing on the other side of the map, so nowhere near being able to get involved, and they don't themselves have vision around this point, so might not quite expect Gaimin Gladiators to go for this. I guess they did see with the Wolf, so they just know that they can't really do anything to stop the Meepo from taking this Roshan at a very early timing here, 15 minutes.
Yeah, but this is so crucial where if Secret were to contest this, they lose the fight. You're then giving Gaimin Gladiators an Aegis, an extra 3-4 kills, probably a couple tier 2. That is way too much of the map you're sacrificing if you are to lose. The Secret, they identify the fact that this is Gaimin Gladiators' power spike. This is their moment to try and win the game. Just give it up. Push out the lanes. We just saw Anti-Mage pick up the Battle Fury. It was only like 10 seconds slower than average, so it wasn't like a disastrous start for Sumo, and that's kind of what you need. Everyone just keep slowly farming up, get the big ticket items, and then look to have that one decisive fight post Aegis to put Gaimin Gladiators back in awkward position. Yeah, he's tanking it up, Chief.
Making space for Samel, I believe is what he would tell you. I'll
look how sad this is.
Surely die as finally gets blasted there by Tofu. Smoke came out for the Secret. They were starting to sweep up to maybe catch some of Gaimin Gladiators splitting back up. See who they can find. Boom. Oh, instant jump there straight away with the Dragon Tail. But they have the tether. Celery makes the attempt to try and save, but couldn't quite do so. Ace is in with the counterplay. He's going to be able to continue to keep Nisha locked down. It's not got quite enough damage. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Durancho comes down from the stairs. He's got the arena. So not only able to finish off Nisha, he's able to lock in both Ice and Yapso. Yapso, he can't run. The cleanup's there. Gaimin Gladiators staying on top, and they're really starting to ramp up the pressure. You know they're going to be knocking on these tier 2s now.
Yeah, they have to. They have to make this map feel incredibly small. And we got to see the classic Meepo v Corp, right? It's one net, right click, one net again. You barely get out, and then of course it's a good 10-11 seconds of just awkward staticness that allows the Gladiators to get into place and to clean up the kills. So yeah, Secret, they need to be careful. They have the pick off, but they don't have the team fight right now. The items will unlock the team fight. The heroes that they have enable to pick off. So it's going to be push out the waves, Puppey, keep sending the creep top lane, Quap or Anti-Mage play aggressively bottom on that ward, and then in that absence of time, they should then be able to take a fight. But I wouldn't be surprised if Secret, they opt against smoking or looking for any of these bigger plays and just play the wider map for now.
Could use a little help.
We've got smoke from Gaimin Gladiators. Ready to see what they can catch next. BKB's done on Duracho, so he'll have a pretty easy time being able to charge and get the arena down. Just having that amount of control that will allow Ace all the time and space to go from target to target with the cleanup.
Oh, yep, so very close. Broke the smoke on the Nyx Assassin. They didn't have any dust available on Ace or Duracho, so they couldn't blink and catch him.
Gotcha.
And they move away. They do get the D ward. Yeah, Sumo just kind of dancing away from this aggression.
Oh, Ice. Ace is going to have him. Ice trying to TP out. Ace able to throw a net over the tree line. Put a stop to the TP. Set up for Gaimin Gladiators to get another kill and continue to push in this top wave and start to pressure a second tier 2 here, 18 minutes in. Everything and continuing to go in terms of and what you'd imagine Gaimin Gladiators wanted it to do with the timings they want to hit. Mid lane, straight away, Dracho, he's able to get the opening. There's the follow-up. Ace locks down Nisha. Nisha's gone. Gaimin Gladiators, they're making this map very, very scary. Samel gonna lose his courier here. As Secret, I mean, you know, this, especially when that Meepo was picked from the draft, you've got to imagine this was not something that Secret were imagining would come out here today in this first game. And
I don't think anyone was.
They've got to have a backup plan, T. And the question is, do they? You know, in this sort of situation, can Samel carry as an anti-mage against the speed and pace that Gaimin Gladiators are bringing against them?
I think the saving grace might be the fact that, like a Butterfly, you know, Manta, Butterfly, Battle Fury, Abyssal, like I'm talking a very farmed anti-mage, and that's when you're going to be looking pretty good. Like the lockdown on Gladiators, it is in snares, vortex, and a spear. And anti-mage, naturally, he will thrive against this type of play if we can, you know, fast forward time, if we don't hit the racks and get to like 20 minutes.
He's just charging in under the tier 2s. He doesn't have Arena. He has got BKB, and he has got backup, of course. Boom's over. BKB's going to have to be popped by Duracho. Still no Arena for 10 seconds. Secret, they're bringing in the TPs. Nisha jumps in Sonic Wave onto Boom, but Boom's able to zip to safety. Bottom lane, Ace, he's dealing with Samel. He's got the net lockdown. He's going to be able to keep him permanently holding position. Finishes off the kill. Back up top, Duracho continues to be in trouble. Arena is back up. Oh, I say in trouble. He's going to go for the TP out. If they got anything to stop it, they don't. He's actually able to make it back to base safely.
That was a good TP. That was a nice clean TP. And oh, unfortunately for Sumo, the global presence of the Meepo, right? He sees an engagement top, gets a little cheeky going for an extra wave bottom, instantly blinked on and punished by that Meepo. And he's just about to complete Skadi as well.
Yeah, this is, I mean, yeah, this is some masterful stuff from Ace. He's just going to keep it going
back into it.
And so much backup here, ready to come and help out as Boom zips over on top of Ice. Ice is gone. Puppy, he also can't run. Ace ready to hold him down for infinity. Double kill for the Meepo. As I think it might be too much for them, T.
Yeah, it is right now. It's a 2500 HP Meepo. And if you think about the damage on Secret, like they don't before they might have like the DK shard, this fireball does a nice little bit of damage, a sonic wave, a scream. But
look at these moves,
all the numbers, it's not enough. Yeah,
they catch Samel's gone again. They're pushing up the mid lane as well. Duracho, he's up to the tier 3s. The rest of the team's going to be ready to join him.
There is no map to farm, there's no way to get the items, and they have an incredible amount of burst now that the Meepo is online. They can take whatever they want.
See what they can do. I do have the fireball and the AoE, at least a little bit nice to get against the Meepo, but at the same time Ace happy to wait it out, and he's got a lot of HP to burn through. This is a tanky Meepo this early on, 21 minutes in.
Just don't feel like we haven't even mentioned it. It's the Illuminate as well, healing up the Meepo.
Yep.
Normally issues that Meepo faces is getting the heal. They're looking for a fight, kinda.
And Dracho, he's happy to take the fight. Puts the BKB Arena down, he's trapped the two of them. Yap still getting low, Boom's in for the cleanup. Double kill for him, the buybacks have to come out from Secret. They're scrambling to defend their base. Jump forward with the Dragon Tail, but there's no follow-up. Ace able to simply walk away with the safety of his teammates by his side. See where Gaimin Gladiators want to go towards next. Tier 2 still down the top. Secret. They're going to try and get out on the map with a smoke.
Ooh, okay. This is a cool one. This is the bait Sumo. Think that he's farming by himself and will smoke behind him. I'm pretty sure Gaimin Gladiators are going to be aware of this. They have a scan available if they want to, you know, double check. And also, they don't seem to be rushing down to catch him off guard. So
the Dire might want to mine.
The one play Secret has available, Gaimin Gladiators aren't, you know, rushing towards it. Or are they? They've just smoked. Okay, no, they are actually looking for it.
But I mean, it does feel so scary for Secret. Even if they're the ones starting the fight, I don't know if they come out on top of it.
I mean, they don't have the damage, Owen. I'm just being polite here.
No. And Duracho is heading down mid. He's got a Deso coming out, so he's ready to start bashing into the buildings. As this mid melee racks will be gone. I think that sort of trade, 3 cores for the 1 Meepo is probably as good as it's going to get for Secret in these team fights. It ain't getting any better than that.
It's perfect, you know. It's one of those games that you get everything. You finally kill the Meepo, but then you look towards your team and it's the Antimage died first. Quap's dead. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. And he has the Deso, like you mentioned, about to be delivered. There it is. With Iron, the overcharge, they have plenty of damage to clear out both what was left of mid and now top lane. So, yeah, this is just beautiful stuff from Gaimin Gladiators thus far.
Absolutely. So, yeah, a demonstration that the Meepo pick in the right hands in the right situation, and if it catches some of these top teams by surprise, it's just deadly.
Yeah, it's like, if you just think about it, right? It's like against Antimage, against Quap, they're both heroes that against maybe a big counter, they need to farm 15k gold to even think about playing into this hero. And that alone in Dota, concept-wise, that's just way too much time. Like Quap, it's Sanj, Kaya, a Shard, maybe a Shivas, then a BKB. A lot of gold. Anti-Mage, you still have to get Battle Fury to be able to farm. Then it's a Manta to maybe get out the roots, a Butterfly to survive the right clicks. Then you need some kill threat. Like, it's so much gold. And if you get there, sure, then you can maybe beat these heroes. You play a long 40-50 minute game. But against teams that know how to execute it, and take away the first Roshan and the second Roshan, it is devastating. And like the map right now, if you look at Secret's vision, they've got a single ward. Actually, no, 2 wards now. You know, super far hugging the right-hand side of the map. Like, they control nothing. They are just victim to whoever Meepo wants to turn up.
Our Secret setting up in the trees, seeing if they can catch anyone by surprise. Duracho, not an easy one to jump. If he gets the BKB off, chances are he'll be able to put the arena and buy time for the rest of his team to turn the fight around. We'll see if they try for him. They're going to start poking. Already Boom is ready to look to hunt in the trees. Secret, they're already backing out of here. They don't want to take this fight.
Just one.
Ooh. They want to cut the creeps, but Boom and Celery, they're keeping the wave safe.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
They'll look maybe towards the next one.
Secret then. Yeah, skip this wave, grab mid, grab top, but again, this isn't going to really help you too much. This is just to do something, to kind of fill the void in which they wait for them to barrel into the bottom, you know?
It definitely feels like that. Like, you know, what sort of options are there to deal with this Meepo problem at this stage? It just feels so hard, because it really has been a perfect storm for the Meepo this game in terms of what it's picked against and what it's been picked with. Here's the arena down on the bottom lane. They get the setup, they've got the lockdown on the Nisha. Nisha, he's going to try and get out, he can't do so in time. Both dead, no buybacks. As Gaimin Gladiators, they're up and ready to take out this 3rd and final tier 3 in barracks. Only Samel, Yapsa and Ice left alive to try and defend, but let's be honest, there's just not much of a defense. And Secret know it. GG is called, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 going to Gaimin Gladiators, as I think, whoever made the call to switch things up, get that Meepo in for race as the last pick. I mean, it was genius, T. It worked out as good as they could have imagined there. It was perfect.